When we have to make decisions regarding money, we always look at how does that affect kids? What can we, how can we relate that to helping our students?
To make sure that we're actually spending our dollars in places where they're meaningfully spent, and we're seeing a return on those investments as we move forward from that employee perspective.
In order to take care of kids, you have to take care of your people. And so I feel like our board really does put a priority on making sure that our people are well taken care of.
Obviously, the number one resource that we need are people. That is a main commitment that we have, is trying to make sure that we have the best people we can have to put in place to make sure that we're accomplishing what we need to accomplish.
For the last 4 years in this position, I have been working through the process of making sure that we have action steps in place, and we are reporting back to the board as to where we're at with those current realities, where we're making progress, where we're not making progress, making sure that we have true data points, so to speak, so we know if we're hitting the mark in certain areas with the dollars that we're spending in the employee areas. We have completely revamped all of our recruiting strategies, retention strategies.
We do lean a lot on our administrative team to give us insight on what's important.
We have came to understand that grow your own is our best recipe.
We have 18 teacher apprentices working in 9 different buildings right now. So we jumped in because we had already established some structures and processes for growing our own educators out here, and had already committed some dollars to that. The board, 3 years ago, my second year, I went to the board and asked for some tuition payment possibilities for these individuals that are working towards first-time teaching certification, kind of putting our money where our mouth is, so to speak, and the board approved that. So I have a tuition payment plan that I can offer to individuals that is $2,000 per semester for up to 4 semesters. And so we are truly putting our dollars where they need to be spent so we can continue to build our teaching capacity, because we know that data tells us that the most impactful way to increase student outcomes is by putting highly effective, highly qualified people in front of them. What I respect out of our board is if we stay focused and we can tie it to our goals and our structures and the things that we know that we're trying to move towards, they are highly supportive of spending dollars.
As a board, we really make an effort to align our resources to support that idea that we want people to come to the district and want to stay.
Always being able to fall back on the strategic action plan and say, this is what we talked about, this is what the group committed to, that helps you lead your focus and to build the charge, if you will. When we started, we made sure that we involved the community and we involved the stakeholders and we involved school employees, and we tried to make sure that we had input. It wasn't something that was just put together by the hierarchy of the district office. It was a community effort.
We've had a lot of input of what's important, and we came up with these goals, and our staff, our administrative team, do a great job of touching base with that and making sure that what we're doing really does align with what we set as our strategic plan. And I do believe that we're even going to get better with that as we go on, of making sure that every item on our agenda reflects back to those strategic plans.
If we have to start an agenda item with what goal area that it's intended for or focused on, that helps us stay focused on making sure we're doing all of those pieces. And so without making sure that we're doing what we say we're doing, so to speak, it's just words on paper. And too many times we get caught up in those types of situations where we create a great plan and it looks really cool and we create all these nice graphics and then nobody even knows what's in it.
It's important in every district that you revisit and refocus your ideas and where you're going.